Hi guys, today I'm very excited to be sharing with you a guide for personal development. And I know when we hear that personal development, it somehow feels very complex and it sounds complex, but I can assure you it's a very simple thing, only that when something is complicated in our mind, what we normally do is we push it away, right? That's how our mind responds to complex things. But it was really important for me to share this guide because when I first started on this journey, I didn't even have like a reference point. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know like that's what I was doing. All I knew is that I needed to make a few changes in my life. And when I discovered the term personal development along the way, I was obsessed with it. And I knew it's something that I would be talking about for a long, long time. And it's really important to share this guide because personal development, starting on this journey really is taking a hold of your life and finally having your ducks on a row. So let's just look at what it is. And before that, I just want to let you know that there's a download link down below. So feel free to go and download it and go through it anytime if you feel like there's something you need to refer to, like the guidelines on each. So there are several action points and then there are some guidelines under each action point. So feel free to download it and check it out and share with your friends who can benefit from it as well. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to do, and let's get on to it. So the first action thing is to understand what it is. What is personal development? And it's really important to get to understand what we are getting into so that we know how we can commit and our level of commitment to it. So it's really important for us to know what is this thing that I'm getting into, or if you are like me, you got into it unknowingly, it's good to understand what is this thing that I am in, and just to paint an idea or a picture of what personal development is. It's important to think of things like wanting to become the best version of yourself. Understand that it's an ongoing process, it's something that you go on a daily basis. It's a journey, right? And then it's a lot of refinement of your mind, of your skills. It's a whole refinement journey. It's becoming more self-aware, setting goals that are meaningful and working towards those goals. And the benefit of that is that you get so much happiness. There's increased happiness. You live a fulfilling life. You live a life that is purposeful. And there's a lot of resilience. You build resilience even for difficult times, like bouncing back from challenges. All this is informed from starting on that journey of personal development. And also it's important to understand that once you start on this journey, it is laying a foundation for a transformative journey for your life. Like, it's something that you can't even regret. Honestly, you can't regret starting on this journey. The next action point on the guide is setting goals, and I did a whole video on goals and plans, so make sure to check that out for better understanding. When you're on this journey of personal development, it's not just about setting goals. It means you set goals that are meaningful. Setting goals that are meaningful. And these goals, okay, they should be meaningful, and the word that we use for like goals that are really like grounded and specific, it's SMART. The word is SMART. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A is achievable, and then R is for, I think it's realistic or relevant, and then T is for time bound. Those are the 5 considerations for you to have SMART goals. And it's really important because at each phase of achieving these goals, there's room for you to do an evaluation and see, what did I not achieve? What did I achieve? What can I do better, And another important aspect in this step or action point is to know what your values are. What are those things that ground you as a person? And understanding your values is really, really, really crucial because it informs even the kind of goals that you set, because you would want your goals to align, your goals and your core beliefs to align, so that it's easy for you even to live up to those goals. And then as you're setting these goals, make sure that you're breaking them down into like actionable steps or manageable tasks. In other words, we can call them plans, and I think that's the same word we used in that video. So please check it out, the video I just mentioned. It explains the whole difference between goals and plans. So break down your tasks into manageable manageable chunks that will make it easy for you even to realize small wins, because when the thing is so big, it can be so overwhelming and discourage you. So break it down to small achievable ones. Now, the third action point in this guide is to have a growth mindset. You need to cultivate a growth mindset. And this term growth mindset was brought to our attention by this lady called Carol Dweck. She's a psychologist, and she explained it in this way, that the idea behind a growth mindset is that our abilities, our intelligence, our talents, they can be advanced or enhanced through having a positive response even to challenging moments, through hard work, through a lot of dedication. And the opposite of that is a fixed mindset. And a fixed mindset is seeing your talents and your skills and all these things that you're good at, seeing them as a fixed trait, as something that cannot be challenged. And it really explains why kids who are academically challenged, they have more room for improvement and even doing better in life than someone who is naturally born bright. Because this person who is academically challenged, they want to push past those challenges. They want to be, they see an opportunity for growth. They see themselves getting better. So they push to get better. Yeah. And they overcome every obstacle. And once they overcome one obstacle, they see even more opportunities to overcome even greater obstacles. But this person who is born bright, this person will trust in their traits. They will know it's something fixed. It can be challenged. And so they remain with the same, like they don't advance their intelligence, if that makes sense. So that's what a growth mindset does. And it's really important because it helps us in times of adversity. It helps us in those moments where there are so many obstacles. You look at it like, how can I find a solution to this? How do I go about figuring out like how to navigate this whole issue? So we can cultivate a growth mindset by seeing challenges as opportunities for us to learn and to grow. And there's something else. When you are cultivating that growth mindset, it helps us become very resilient. And resilience is all about being able to bounce back from difficulties. When things are tough, do they keep you down? Do you stay down, or do you bounce back and come with so much strength, more strength than you had before? That is what resilience is about. And that is why we need to cultivate a growth mindset. That's the third action point on this guide. The fourth action point is self-awareness and reflection. And I want you to say this with me. Reflection brings context. When a friend wants you to help with something, maybe they are going through a challenging moment and they want you to, help them. The first thing you do, obviously, is to ask the story, the background. You want to understand how they got there in the first place. You're seeking context, right? And from there, you're able to give, advice or guide them in the right way. And that also is the same case when you have context. When you reflect, you get the context of life. You see what happened before, you get to analyze where you are at the moment, and even to visualize where you want to be. So you approach life with a lot of context, and you become self-aware by practicing mindfulness. Learn to be very aware of your thoughts and emotions. There's a whole video on this channel on being present in the moment, so be sure to check it out as well. You can scroll, I think sometime last year I did that video, so check it out. One tool that can really help us cultivate that mindfulness and reflection is journaling, because when you journal, you're really present with your thoughts and your emotions. You are really analyzing them, and you have so much insight and a lot of experiences, and those are the things that even inform how you view things. They inform a lot of our actions. So journaling is one of the tools that can help you in that, reflection and self-awareness journey. And as you do these things, please do not forget to ask for feedback. It's really important. And you don't have to go and tell someone, what do you think? How do you think I am behaving? Just look for it organically. And sometimes people just give you feedback without even you asking for it. And that's why mindfulness will come in handy to help you see those comments in between the lines. As people are talking, you can see the things they are saying about you, and you can be able to pick out that. So it's really important even to be very mindful, and who are talking, be very present and active so that you don't miss out on some of those feedbacks and responses they are giving about you. Action number 5 is continuous learning and skill development. And the first thing for that is to cultivate a lifelong learning mindset. Be curious about things. Be curious about tech, about science, about what else, about history. Be curious about those things and seek out opportunities for personal and professional growth. And you need to be constantly ensuring that you are acquiring skills, you guys, see areas in your life that need some improvement and seek out courses, if that's what will help you in that aspect. Seek out courses and learn. I know YouTube nowadays is such a big resource. It's a university on its own. You can learn so much. So analyze your life, and remember that can be done in the reflection point up there. Analyze your life and see, this area of my life needs improvement. I need to learn more about finances because I want to save up for this and this. I want to understand what I am getting into in investment, So if that means looking for a course that is related to that, please make sure to enroll for courses. And I recommend Sarah Wanyama greatly. She is such a good resource when it comes to financial knowledge and all that. Be sure to check her out, and I know she'll greatly come in handy for you. And something else about lifelong learners, they are always leveraging on resources like podcasts. They are reading books, they are getting mentors who will call out some things in their lives, who will speak a lot of knowledge and wisdom into them, So leverage on the resources that are available to you. Maybe you don't have a mentor, but you have a podcast. You can listen to podcasts and you can read books. There's so much really. We can't neglect the aspect of learning. We have to keep learning and developing our minds. And our minds, the more we give, the more they want. Yeah, because it's like I don't know how to call it, but it's really responsive. How we treat it, that's how it responds. If we treat it with a lot of curiosity for learning, it will want more. So be that person who challenges your mind to learn and be curious about growth. Now, action number 6 is taking action. This is where the rubber meets the road, and there's no shortcut to this, guys. It's got to be done. And I know procrastination is one of those things that pulls us down. Yeah, you need to come up with ways that will help you prioritize on actions that will push you to the next level. If it is fear and self-doubt that is holding you back, try even doing affirmations, positive affirmations. Speak life into yourself, because we need to take action. We got to take action, guys. Make your activities fun. If boredom is a thing that is putting you off and making you not take action, you need to establish habits that will keep you grounded, that will support your goals and help you stay on the journey. And as you're taking action, please make sure that you're celebrating the small wins. Every achievement is worth celebrating. As small as it is, don't neglect that. It's something that it's an achievement at the end of the day. Big or small, it still counts. Celebrate that and think about it. Actually, even take a few hours off your work and just celebrate that achievement, because it will keep you motivated. It will help you see even possibilities and see the potential that is inside of you. Our last action number 7, is to build on meaningful relationships. And what is that saying? That you are the sum total of the people you surround yourself with. That is 100% true. You need to find positive influence around you. Find peers and mentors that will really push you to think positively, people who will help you stay on track. This is so important to our growth journey. And as you're doing these things, make sure you're checking on your communication too, because our communication is what will help us express ourselves, obviously, build these relationships and nurture them, and also be very effective in resolving conflict. Because how well you do your communication is how well you resolve conflict. And I remember there's a class we attended some time back, and I was expressing myself how I get angry over some things, and I can't, it weighs me down, and I stay angry for some time. And of course it's not healthy, because I know it's wasting a lot of time. But then when you're angry about something or someone, you're wasting a lot of time. A wise woman said that to me. So try and resolve it as fast as you can. And of course, how you do your communication will affect that, and it will influence that in a big way. And the last thing on this action point is to make sure you're feeding someone else. You are pouring into someone else, because if someone is pouring into you, you also need to have like an outlet, so that of course a positive outlet, so that you can also challenge yourself as this someone who is below you in some way. As they are asking questions, as they are consulting with you, they are like you're challenged to go and find more knowledge and gain more wisdom on some areas, so that you have something to share with them. So it keeps you grounded and very it keeps you challenged as well. Think of it as an opportunity for you to give back. Yeah, so that's the guide for our personal development journey. I hope you find it helpful. And don't forget to download it down below. It's something that you can also share with someone. It's in a PDF format. So check the link down below, and see you in one of my other videos. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Bye.